Hello, I'm Nancy. I work at a university in a support department which employs approximately 80 people ranging in ages from 28 to 77. A large part of our job duties is to provide needed and correct information to our campus community and visitors when asked. The problem I chose to share is why some of our older coworkers, mostly in their 60s and 70s, insist on not learning the contemporary media literacies that are required today for both work and social participation. Some of them have never researched anything on the internet or watched YouTube. When they must use contemporary media, they have to seek help from others and are basically walked through the steps so they can accomplish that particular task. These are overeducated people whom have allowed their thoughts and fears of the contemporary media literacy's age to render them almost inadequate in their professional lives. They are simply underskilled in technology and don't seem to have any interest in changing that mindset. I chose this issue as the focus of my presentation because our older generation doesn't keep up to date with the electronic resources we have. This leads to inaccurate information being given to visitors and staff on our campus. Our department uses email and a policy software program to distribute to our 80 employees the many memos, directives, policies, and procedures that impact our department. This lack of using contemporary media literacies impacts how our department is viewed by the public and our university community. I believe there are several problems at play: fear of contemporary media literacies, and a lack of interest in learning anything new. My coworkers, including myself, grew up in an age of traditional literacy where all of the schools in the system taught the same subjects and pretty much in the same way. Some have expressed that they have earned their college degrees, consider themselves successful, and don't really see the need to learn anything more. Adults in our age group, 60 plus, are at a disadvantage because we were introduced to the technical age at a much later time in our lives. With the upcoming generations, this particular problem will no longer exist due to the technological training that starts from an early age and doesn't stop. It has become the normal for the upcoming generations. I plan on using positive rhetoric to persuade my older coworkers to take a second look at what they're missing by choosing not to take advantage of what contemporary media literacies has to offer them. I also want all of my coworkers to know that each one of us is a valuable part of the team and we all need each other. We all have talents we provide to our department. My goals are to assist our older employees in feeling more comfortable with learning and to foster an interest about contemporary media literacies while letting them know that they are a valued asset to us. My first plan of action to this challenge is to ensure the support of the department head in our challenge. Then meet with the coworkers face to face and ask the older adults directly, why are you disinterested in learning? What are your fears and concerns? What are your interests? How do you learn? Are you visual, hands-on? How can we help to meet these challenges? We also must ensure the older adults know that they are a great benefit to our department. They have many years of valuable experience to share with us, and we must ensure that they are aware of that. We need to explain what opportunities are available in learning the contemporary media literacies, that they are able to stay in contact with people all over the world, that they're able to research anything they have an interest in, that they're able to perform their job duties without having to depend on others, that they have the ability to do anything they choose to on a computer. We also have to get into the training that must be conducted. We need trainers who understand our challenges and our goals. We also need to set up informal training settings. Older adults tend to feel less pressure in informal settings. Computers should be set up with larger font for visual comfort. The trainees should be allowed to ask questions whenever they need to without having to wait until the end of class. We need to customize the training to accommodate the different learning types. And we also need to have face-to-face training until the older adults feel more comfortable with the computers. We need to incorporate their interest into the contemporary media literacies. This will make it much more fun to research on the computers, and it will indirectly make the older adults feel more comfortable with using their new computer skills. We must empower the older adult to be able to participate more fully in society by showing them that they're now able to use social media without fear and that they're able to access websites for shopping, for researching. There are several possible outcomes about the training. One is if the training is successful, our older adults begin to use contemporary media literacies and that they are able to perform their job duties more effectively. Another outcome is if the training is unsuccessful. If that happens, we will need to talk with the older adults again to determine if we missed something the first time. We would be able to retrain if at all possible. And our department head must be willing to transfer the person to a non-essential department if they're unable to pass the training. In conclusion, from my research, I know that there is not a perfect answer to this challenge. One can only provide appropriate training and support to the older workers who are disinterested in participating in using the contemporary media literacies or the training opportunities offered to them. However, I do know that all of our department must buy into this challenge if we are to succeed. Thank you all so much for your time.